In the heart of Karnataka, where the Tungabhadra river gently splits once a mighty empire, lies a land frozen in time. A land where stones whisper stories and ruins stand tall in silent grandeur. This is Hampi, a place I had always dreamt of visiting. Not because it's famous, but because of the beautiful architecture that speaks of a long time gone.
Do you know the Vijayanagara dynasty was once the richest dynasty in the world? I packed my bag on a weekend from Hyderabad and boarded the bus. It was an overnight journey. By morning, I reached Hampi, greeted by lingering scent of history and giant rocks. The first question in my mind was where to stay, Hampi or Hospet. This is what I can tell you from my experience. Hampi is a village, it's a remote village. There are many stay options, there are many resorts, but I felt like food options are limited. I personally don't feel like a place where I would wanted to step out and explore freely at night. On the other hand, Hospet is a city well connected, just 30 minutes away from Hampi. There are many budget friendly stay options and food options. So, if you wanted to stay in a village side atmosphere and you are not worried about the money, you can go and stay in village side Hampi. But if you are looking for budget friendly options, you can stay in Hospet. I personally stayed at Hospet. Hampi is split into two sides by Tungabhadra river. One side is full of temples, history and heritage. So most of the people call it temple side Hampi. And the other side is calm, green, perfect for chilling. So most of the people call it hippie island side Hampi or village side Hampi. To cross between these two sides, we have Korakil ride. In Telugu, we call it as Teppa, a small round boat. This ride runs only in the daytime, or we also have auto rides to cross between these two sides. So I started with the temple side Hampi, the part I was most excited for. First, I visited Ugra Narasimha Swami statue, and beside that we have a huge Shivalingam, and these both are carved out of a single block granite. And after this, I visited Sesivikalu Ganesha temple. Pardon or excuse me because if I don't pronounce any names correctly. This Ganesha statue is one of the biggest statues in Hampi. And after this, I visited Virupaksha temple, the most famous temple in Hampi, dedicated to Lord Shiva. Can you believe it's been around since the 7th century? Every wall and pillar here feels alive, like they are telling you a story. The Virupaksha temple has remained an active place of worship for centuries. Puja rituals are performed every day. The Virupaksha temple is not just beautiful, it's a perfect example of ancient Indian technology, such as the pinhole camera effect. Whenever sunlight passes through a small hole from the wall, it gives us an inverted image of the main Gopuram onto the opposite wall. The fact that this was achieved many centuries ago without any complex equipment or modern lenses. So, this is a perfect example of Indian scientific ingenuity. Also, if you notice the temple structure and gopurams, we will see many repeated patterns in different scales. This is an application of fractal geometry which is widely studied today. History also says that this temple had ingenious water supply system. The water from the Tungabhadra river used to flow into the temple's kitchen where the food for the deity was prepared and then flow back into the river. This ensured the constant supply of fresh water into the temple. Next comes the interesting temple which is underground Shiva temple named Prasanna Virupaksha temple. This temple is built a bit below the ground, and in monsoons the river water from the Tungabhadra river flows into this temple, covering the parts of the floor of this temple. This temple was buried and forgotten after the fall of the Vijayanagara Empire, and it was only recently excavated in 1980s, revealing its hidden beauty. Next, I explored the Lotus Mahal. It's an air-conditioned palace built for the queens. The queens used to come here during hot summers and relax. It's relatively cooler than outside because of its architecture. It's beautiful. It resembles the petals of a lotus opening to the sun. Just nearby, you will find the elephant stables, beautiful domes that once housed the royal elephants. Even the elephants lived in style here. And then next, my favorite and famous, the Vijay Vitala temple. The stone chariot, the musical pillars, this place is just wow. I also visited Queen's Bath, built for royal women. It had water purification system and even recycling of water. The engineering even for a swimming pool was next level. Now look at this. These are actually ancient plates made of stone. I was told that this is the dining place for the army. These all places I just explained can be covered in a day if you start early. But remember, Hampi is not a place that we can cover in a day or two. These are just a glimpse of places what we know or what we are aware of. But there are many places which are hidden and not discovered yet. Many people stay here in Hampi just exploring its beauty with love. Before discussing the other side of Hampi, which is the hippie side Hampi or village side Hampi, right off the bat I wanted to discuss which was a bit of challenge for me in Hampi. That was the mode of transport. I felt like the local drivers in Hampi or the auto drivers were highly commercialized. They charge very high prices.
Yeah.
It's like they're almost trying to loot us in the name of transportation. It happened with me. They charged very high prices even for smaller distances. It was quite frustrating when you are just trying to get around and explore. So when you are traveling in Hampi, be aware and try to negotiate. Hampi is absolutely magical and I stand by that. It's not the place. The place offers us its best. But the opinion we build about that place is because of the people in it. And while I am discussing this, I also remember that the vehicles from the temple side Hampi are not allowed in the Hippie Island side Hampi. So you have to rent a vehicle in the Hippie Island side Hampi or village side Hampi to explore that region. So it was again some extra cost and extra hassle that caught me a bit off guard. Now let's talk about the other side Hampi. The laid back, free spirited, solo travelers paradise, village side, hippie island side Hampi. I rented my bike in the morning and traveled through coconut trees, cute little cafes, green paddy fields. The vibe totally different. Green, calm, free, chilling. It was so beautiful. One of my friends advised me to go to the Uligamma temple. This place is so powerful and divine. I could feel the divine energy there. Next, I visited the Anjanadri temple on the Anjanadri hill. This place is widely believed to be the birthplace of Lord Hanuman. I know there are many places which claim this birth honor, but honestly for me it's not about the location, it's about the profound divinity I feel when I am at that location. And this place offers the best panoramic views. Also, a small tip from me to you. start early in the mornings climbing this hill, because as the day progresses and it becomes afternoon, the stone steps becomes extremely hot and hurt your feet since you will be climbing barefoot. Next, I visited Sanapuri Lake. I had my lunch on my way. The road was full of cute little cafes and street food. And I took the Coracle ride at Sanapuri Lake. Even if you don't take the ride, just sit there and watch the nature. It was just more than enough. And for the Coracle ride, they charge high prices, but don't worry, you can always negotiate. And then came the best part, sunset. The sky turned orange, the hills glowed, and the whole world slowed down for a while. I watched it from a small hill near Sanapuri Lake. It wasn't crowded, just me and the sky. Hampi is more than just a travel spot. It's a living story, a place where stones speak and time stands still. Whether you are a history buff chasing ancient ruins, a soul seeker looking for peace, an adventurer seeking hidden gems, or simply someone who appreciates a stunning sunset, Hampi truly offers something for everyone. Just go once and let Hampi tell you its incredible story. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Let me know your experience of Hampi in the comments, or if Hampi is in your travel bucket list. See you in the next one. Happy traveling!